die roll. Sand seems great. I don't know. I have no idea. We're just playing. We're playing what's it called? Sandblack's deck list card for card. Sandblack's way smarter than most of us, and at the very least, even if he's not smarter than us, he spent more time playing this deck list than any of the rest of us. So whenever you first start out trying a deck, you should never make changes without having played a few matches first. Stockpile's an okay draw. I would love to reveal this for us from my hand. Play this Thraben Inspector. Double Cryptolith Rite's a little medium, but Rites is pretty good in the deck in general, so. Opponent went a tune into something. Tune into second forest, okay. Another attune. What other color are you working with here? Red or black? Red, sounds good. Ulvenwald Mysteries. So we'll play this. Play Cryptolith Rite, so our dorks now tap for a mana. This makes all of our creatures tap for mana. We unfortunately can't cast anything else because all of our things cost 2, but we'll just go ahead and attack. Get in our point of damage. Electrostatic Pummeler. So we're probably dead. This card gets us very dead very quickly. All of our removal is on the board. No idea. I mean, I guess Catacomb Sifter puts the most blockers in the way. Play this. So whenever a non-token creature you control dies, investigate. I'm assuming our opponent's just going to kill us with this Electrostatic Pummeler. Do we have much on the board for this? We've got Declarations, Unmakings, and Fatal Pushes, technically, I suppose. Just Bristling Hydra. Okay. Doesn't even try to attack. Okay, that's good for us. Crack this. Probably doesn't really matter what we grab here. So this can make 2 mana, technically. So I can play Anointed and Stockpile with these things that I have in play. I could even leave Thraben Inspector up, right? So I can do... I can go dupe and play the Stockpile. I don't even know why we're doing this. We're probably just dead to their idiot next turn. And then I can make a white, make a thing, sacrifice this, which lets us scry 1. Oh, I should have... I guess we'll just top that since we're going to fetch away. I should have fetched first. Play this Anointed Procession. End of turn, the Hidden Stockpile is going to trigger and make 2 dorks. So we got that going for us. So Anointed Procession doubles up our tokens. This makes a token at the end of turn. At the end of our turn, if something died. I mean, on the off chance we're not dead this turn, we're in a pretty good spot. Rats. All right. Well, let's go block. So this gives it +4/+0 and trample, and then they get to double this 3 times, so that goes to yep. Alright. So super dead. Almost certainly just want all of our interaction, right? Probably cut some of these more grindy things from the top end. From an Ulvenwald Mystery, perhaps. Is all of this too much interaction? It might be. It's going to be 72, right? I think Anointed Procession is the best card in the deck, so I should just never cut that. Maybe Thraben Inspector's the cut. I don't know, having a 1-drop into a Cryptolith Rite seems like it's pretty good. If we gotta cut 2 more things, maybe all the Ulvenwald Mysteries aren't good enough. I'm making some amount of these seems really good. This is like one of our best ways to kill them, but I guess if we're like making enough tokens, we don't actually need this to kill them probably. The fatal pushes aren't good enough. We could probably trigger a revolt pretty consistently. I have no idea what I'm doing, so let's just try this. Sure. I feel like we want the interaction, but I don't know exactly what we're supposed to be cutting. Mana is just non-functional, so let's mulligan. I guess that seems fine. Let's turn 1 dork into turn 2 Cryptolith Rite. Fatal push seems hot. Do that, do this. Sure. They probably have a lot of things like that, like their infect deck basically, right? I mean, like, what are we going to do, not board in those things? Sure. Thraben Inspector's decent. Play this out. Hidden Stockpiles let you sacrifice things. Again, I can't really answer decisions about card choices in an educated manner. This is just card for card what Sam Black said to play in his latest article. There's the Pummeler. I think I'm going to hold this so I can trigger Revolt with it next turn. Although I guess I could just play Inspector, Crack Clue that triggers Revolt, so that's probably better, so I just up a mana. I think I'm just going to crack this now and kill this while they're tapped out. I think, like someone else suggested earlier in chat, they likely have a variety of cards that can protect their creatures in their deck, so getting in with this while the getting is good seems completely reasonable. And for 3 here. Oh, GP coverage is so much downtime. Logus XX with the new Twitch Prime subscription. I'm no idea what you're talking about, Mattman. It's kind of unfortunate that we drew that instead of another creature. If we hit another creature, we would have been able to flip Westvale Abbey and just start attacking with it. I think we just have to pass. And I mean, like, isn't this GP being covered by Channel Fireball? Like, aren't they our new GP overlords that are supposed to make everything, like, perfect? All I know is I turned on coverage several times yesterday, and there was just, like, silence while they ran a commercial. Like, it just like a thing that just said, like, we'll be right back. And I was like, is there actually cover? It's like, I had to, like, double check if my sound was on a couple of times, because I was like, I'm not actually sure. I'm not actually sure if there's GP coverage going on or not. I'm just gonna push this off a cliff. Yeah, like the random silent part of the stream is just like, this is weird. Alright, so do I just like flip this and attack them? I feel like I'm just supposed to flip this and attack them, right? This is 9 in the air, so it's just like 2 shots. Oh, I forgot to make a thing with Abbey, because I forgot that card did that. Good call. Abbey has text. Don't want to sack those for mana. Tap that. Do this. Yeah, definitely mismaking a token there. You are correct. Get a bunch of scries here. Bottom. I mean, at least like SCG, I don't have to randomly check. The time-lapse matches are excellent, and those should be a staple of every form of coverage possible. Not just these Grand Prix. Like that should be what we should have be the standard at the Pro Tour as well. The reason why SCG doesn't do time-lapse matches, and probably why the PT doesn't as well, is because you basically have to be running 2 coverage teams, right? Alright, so we're hitting them with that. I think I'm just passing the turn here. Can you beat this Ormondal? No, it's not even about 2 camera areas. Like, your commentators have to work twice as much, too. And, like, if they're not getting breaks, like, if you notice Channel Fireball has 2 sets of commentators, because they're not getting breaks because they're covering time-lapse matches as well. Yeah, the reason why they're doing that is because they're working them a lot more. And again, like, that's double staff, that's expensive. Like, it's not cheap to do coverage. So, like, I do think it's awesome. And, like, that, like, if every coverage had that, it would be fantastic. But I understand from a, financial standpoint, like, SCG is trying to turn a profit off of their events. Like, Grand Prix is WotC just, like, spewing infinite dollars to advertise their game. So, like, yeah, the coverage should be better. Like, honestly, like, it's kind of unreal that, like, SCG coverage has been better than Grand Prix coverage for a long time. 2 target creatures each get 2 on trample. Sure. Not dead yet. Okay. And that's not lethal, right? None of these are... Just, like, taking 15, and I'm going to kill you with this next turn. So, dead on board? There's no reason to push this, right? I want to, like, push a random blocker if possible. Yeah, okay, good. That on board. GPs are literally magic advertising. For reference, that's literally what they are. I mean, a little bit of everything. They take breaks. They wander the casting hall. They do in fact take breaks during that time. I'm aware. I'm at events. I see them walking around. Is Anointed Procession too slow in this matchup? Maybe this is too slow. All of the WotC run events are advertising for their game. This is the promotional tour, and they are promotional Grand Prix. Should I have some Dusk Dawn in our deck? This kills the Hydra, and it kills their 2-drop, right? Yeah, shaving a non-zero amount of Anointed Procession seems fine. Catacomb Sifter seems like a real good card. We definitely want bodies for stuff. Do we like the Dusk Dawns? The problem is, like, I feel like if their game plan is, like, Hydra and Voltaic Brawler, we're probably winning anyways. is the problem with this. I feel like this isn't actually answering the card that's winning them the game. Is the problem with this. I think I'm just going to click submit again. I'm just going to click submit. Didn't seem super reasonable. I'm going to keep it. There's no interaction, but like we've our hands doing things our deck wants to do. Another hidden stockpiles. I think I'm gonna lead on this tapped, and then next turn just go Inspector Blisterpod. I guess I could also go like Blisterpod tapped land next turn, and then play hidden stockpiles plus sacrifices and start getting the stockpiles going the following turn. I don't hate that. Yeah, I kind of like that line. Let's do this. Let's play Blisterpod. I mean, they're just going to play an Electrostatic Pummeler and then, like, kill us on their 4. So it's like, whatever. Look, Maddie, I just play with the cards I'm given. Yep. We're still dying on turn 4 in Standard, but at least it's to a 3-mana guy instead of whatever else. I mean, we're probably dead. Thanks, Scott. I appreciate that. I think I'm attacking with this because it's a free roll. And then I'm going to sacrifice this so we get a token at the end. 10 out of 10, bottom that. Revolt will trigger at end step, we'll get a dork. Alright, kill me. Kill me! Cast a tune with the Aether, get some energy. Oh, this is just a Hydra setting up for the kill the following turn. Sure, so we've got a shot to draw. We've got a shot to draw land here. Huh. Or to draw a piece of interaction. So I think I'm supposed to make a mana here. I think I'm supposed to scry during my upkeep here. I'm going to want to scry to... I'm going to want to sacrifice something to trigger the revolt on this anyway, so I might as well try and find a piece of interaction. I think I want to bottom that. Cryptolith Rite, that's unfortunate. So I get to go Fortified Village, reveal this, play this. Yep. I think I'm just playing this other hidden stockpile to get an extra token here. I mean, like, you know, maybe there's a world where they don't have the second part of their Splinter Twin combo, but probably a non-zero chance that they do. So if they make this a 5, they can make it a 20. Nope. Now they can make it a... Yep, so if they have their pump spell, we're dead because they can double it 3 times. This gives a trample too, so, you know, alright. Alright, so our league so far has been Moto crashing because it can't handle how many tokens this deck puts out in a mirror match, and then getting combo killed games 1 and 3 in Standard still. So, you know, Magic's fun. I need to check a diaper really quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I gotta change a diaper really quick. Wait, this this next pack. I'm not spending time playing decks I'm not going to play at the Invitational, Matt. I probably should have just boarded in all my removal for that game, just like even the cast outs, just like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because their deck seems like it's pretty mediocre against what we're doing if we like keep the Electrostatic Pummeler off the table. This deck seems super reasonable. Like looking at this deck list, when Sam played it at the PT, it really felt like, what are this deck's only bad matchups? It's like it has to be just Marvel, right? Like decks like this chew up and spit out more fair decks. This hand doesn't have a white source, but it's got Catacomb Sifter and Ulvenwald Mysteries in it, and like if we hit a white source, this hand does everything we want to do. Old lay the land on one. Ah! Draw one of the only 2 double white spells in the deck. Perfect. Scattered Grove. Man, the choices. I'm pretty sure it's just Catacomb Sifter here. I don't know, we're gonna find out, right? Says, whenever a non-token creature we control dies, investigate. Whenever we sack a clue, we get a 1/1. Let's go ahead and play this. Scattered Grove. Metallic Rebuke. Sure. I cannot pay 3. Man, this card's so much worse than Smuggler's Copter. Could you imagine if this was a vehicle my opponent could crew with Thraben Inspector? How unreal what unreal position they'd be in right now. Alright, so I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. You gain a life when this token comes into play. Now, our opponent is in fact playing some kind of Bant thing. Remember, Magic Online leave a lot to be desired. Well, we died to Electrostatic Pummeler in games 1 and 3 of the last match, and the match before that, Magic Online crashed because we had too many tokens in play, so we're off to a rough start. Tireless Tracker, sure. All right, so play this, I think. And then I guess I could chip these into this, right? There's no way they're blocking. Oh, they have a Heart of Koran, whatever. Oh, look, didn't call the bad attack. Got him. There's lots of things to be doing in the standard format. And no, I haven't. You can check my YouTube channel. Basically, everything we're going to be playing in standard is going to be online while streaming. So you can, if it isn't on my YouTube channel, no, we haven't played it. Okay, Gideon seems pretty good. Oh, this card can kill Gideon, right? I don't really like ramp decks. They're way too derpy for my personal taste. Sure. You have a Heart of Koran? Yes, please. I think I'm just passing the turn here. You can't really flip Westvale Abbey aggressively against other decks that have white in them because they could have things like Stasis Snare or Deccan Stone. I mean, they're all brews, right? People keep talking about brews and new ideas. Like, we kind of have deck lists that like existed before Marvel got banned, but like even those deck lists need to be eroded and updated. A Tameo. It's gross. Crew, Heart of Koran, sure. Then we're going to plus this and start drawing some cards. I don't think... one thing I've gathered from the matches I've played so far is that the decks I've played with and a lot of the decks that I've played against is that 6-mana Chandra seems like it's pretty poorly positioned in the new format because I'd expect Glorybringer and Abzan to both be fairly popular. And if both of those cards are fairly popular, then a 6-mana Planeswalker that has 6/4 loyalty is not particularly good. No, I actually don't think Big Chandra is very good in the context of the format right now. Maybe if, like, we see where things shake out, like Heart of Koran too. So, like, I'd expect most of the good decks to, like, have access to some of these effects. What does this do? This can't attack unless you show at least 3 other white creatures. Sure. Maybe I'm supposed to just, like, sack one of these Scions to scry at this point. I think we're getting to that point. The classic plus my Tameo post-combat so I don't draw a card from the thing. Opponent's like doing a bunch of stuff, but like we've got the board thoroughly clogged. I think I'm just gonna sack one of these for mana here at the old end of turn, so that way we can get 2 scry 1s. Not in the market for Blisterpod. Am I in the market for a Cryptolith Rite? Yeah, that's probably fine, right? I can start making a bunch of tokens with this dork, which means I gain a bunch of life, which means we can beat this. If we make a bunch of tokens, we have chump blockers, and we gain life with the Anointer Priest. Can't attack in, so it's fine. This is pay 4, make a 1/1. So it's pay 4, make a 1/1, gain 2 life, since we have 2 Anointer Priests out. So, like, they can draw a bunch of cards, but, like, if they can't beat through what we're doing, it doesn't really matter. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana, so we're going to gain 6 and make 3 1/1s this turn. Sure, you got a little baby Gideon. Prevent all damage that will be dealt by this permanent. Clever. I mean, like, it feels like we're kind of behind. Like, they're drawing cards and we're not. But, like, at the same time, like, our board's going to do stuff. So, like, let's go. No blocks. These guys have vigilance. Yeah. My opponent keeps targeting this with their Tameo, so I didn't want to let them draw 2 cards. I get that they have a bunch of clues and, like, draws in the bank, but, like, I'd prefer not to let them draw 2 cards. I don't think letting them draw some cards is worth killing some of their idiots. Maybe that's incorrect. I'm willing to accept that maybe they have enough cards that just, like, I should be doing that anyways, but... Am I gonna sacrifice this again? Oh, let's just draw a sweet. Let's do that. What do we get? Survey says land. Okay, pass the turn. Like clocky making them chump is worth them drawing a card with, that's my opinion. That's fair. The other thing is, like, this card on defense also makes things bad for my opponent too. Like, it makes their attacks, like, even less profitable than they already are. It's also quite possible that my opponent doesn't have a stasis snare just because they haven't killed this yet. Doesn't seem completely unreasonable. So I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So if I sacrifice this, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So if I sacrifice this, it'll make a total of 2 mana, so I can make 4 tokens this turn and get 2 scry ones in. Seems reasonable. They're plussing this Gideon of the Trials in the Westvale Abbey now, so Ormondal seems less appealing. Sure. Are we gonna stasis near this now? Cast out? Sure. And sacrifice this. Bottom another Cryptolith Rite. Bottom a Blisterpod. That's pretty unfortunate. We're just passing at this point. I guess this Tamio is going to emblem here or something, right? Yeah, that's true. I like that line. So I can jump here, and then the other Gideon comes back, which means this Gideon's going to go away, and then I can get this back. It also gives me a couple of scries. Anointer Priest, don't really want that at this point. Mostly looking for a Ulvenwald Mysteries. Yeah, that seems fine. I think I actually have to get rid of this Tamio. Otherwise, it's going to ultimate next turn. So I think we'll unbalm this, getting rid of the Tamio. Okay. Maybe we to sacrifice something here? A Selfless Spirit? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, yep. Yep. That's gonna flip next turn. That's annoying, because I really wanted Yeah, we're gonna flip the Abbey. I get it. Am I keeping that thing on top of my deck is the problem? Like, they did it the turn I had this on top of my deck. This doesn't do anything now, right? So I'm just, like, looking for... the... Man, where is it? Is Hidden Stockpile good enough? Probably not. Oh, right. Because of the way I did that, I would have gotten more scribes. I should have, I shouldn't have sacrificed the Catacomb Sifters. That was a mistake. So let's bring back the Angel of Sanctions here and tag the Tameo. We could have gotten more scribes there. This isn't non-token. No, I just, I sacked the Catacomb Sifters to this ability. Armadillo does not deal damage yet. It will deal damage on our next turn, though, until he gets cast out or something. See, so snared, yep. I don't think we could have done anything different this game. It gains a life from itself, that's funny. Oh look, Anointed Procession. Weird. I'm just doing this to burn time off my opponent's clock. These games are going long and my opponent's currently down on clock, so I'm going to take that advantage. They want to spend time dicking around and tapping things and clicking things. Go for it. Try and gain a minute or two here. Alright, what are they doing? Anguished Unmaking and Cast Out seem excellent. Angel of Sanctions seems insane. Is Dread Wanderer very good? That doesn't seem very good. They like come up the board a lot. Multiple Anointed Processions work the way you want them to. If you have 2 out, 1 token turns into 4. I think I'm supposed to trim my bottom end here. Gideon's not very good. It's cute for giving all of our guys 1/1. Trim a couple pods, maybe. Blisterpod kind of lets us go insane. Do this maybe, trim the top end. I think I want this grind. Like, this is like an expensive card that doesn't grind, so I think with this one we want to get rid of. Sylvan Advocate's still standard legal, is it? I don't actually know. What set is that in? Magic's rotation and then lack thereof a rotation. Oath of the Gatewatch. That set's legal, right? Anyone? Bueller? This card's still allowed, right? What sets are in Magic standard format right now? Battle for Zendikar up, right? So this is the one right after Battle for Zendikar. Steam Siege forward is legal, right? Sure. I mean, the hex sets are easy to remember what's in standard. It's just like their rotation makes sense. Honestly, it's very similar to what Magic wanted their rotation to be, and I wish Magic would have stuck with. Howdy, Fishmon. Is this the part of the game, the part of the match where we just never draw another non-resource? This feels like the part of the match where we never draw another non-resource. I don't want to spoil the ending, but... That's a pretty good one. Alright, play that. Play this Evolving Wilds. God, holy sh... Oh, wait, I can pay for this, right? This is mana, sacrifice. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby, nice metallic rebuke. All right, we might be doing it, fam. We might be doing it. I thought I just got by not having played my land out. I need to remember metallic rebuke's a card. I want the card that's on top of my deck, so let's play this out. Holy crap. All right. Almost slid out of my chair there with the tilt factor. All right. I'm glad we figured that out before we hit resolve. I wonder if the opponent missed that, or if they were just like, I have to go for this and let's do it. Alright, so we're going to make a mana off of this and sacrifice it to the Hidden Stockpile, which will trigger the Ulvenwald Mysteries to investigate. Then we get to scry. Oh, you know what? I probably should have... I think I'm into an Anointer Priest. I probably should have fetched first, but that's fine. We'll crack this clue. We get a token here from the Revolt on that. And now we're doing it, fam. Hopefully our opponent doesn't cast, actually, I think I'm just going to get the auto pass value in here. I'm just going to sack this clue and then crack this fetch. Oh, geez, when I sack a clue, I get a token? This card's so good. There's no way I can play this deck in paper, right? We'll just, like, miss infinite clues. Infinite triggers. Planes here. That sweet auto pass on. No blocks. How do I miss Revolt for next turn? I can sacrifice something to get Revolt next turn. Oh, that's sad. I'm gonna get rid of... Which one are they getting rid of, actually, here? Got a lot of good targets. What is being cast out? Hopefully they're silly and choose Cryptolith, right? That would have been too easy, right? Alright, so if I do this, I can play Anointer Priest, and then I can play this Westvale Abbey, and then I can pass the turn. I think I would do that. It's gonna pass the turn. I can make a token with this at unstop. Yeah, honestly, one overrun pig doesn't seem like the worst thing we could be doing in this deck. Let's make a Westvale Abbey token this turn. My poor stockpile. Do we want to draw another stockpile, or we want to draw one of our ways to deal with this cast out? Let's not forget to do this time around. Just is like 10 out of 10 Abzan, right? And it's like passed with 5 mana up. Oh, geez, this doesn't even cost us a life. What good quality value right there. What good quality value. Alright, now I can activate this Westvale Abbey if I want to. Seems decent. Yep. And I can sack these, which will trigger the Ulvenwald Mystery twice. So I can pay... Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're Westvale Abbeying just to, like, trigger this twice. And draw a bunch of cards. The energy guy, not the boar. I'm not sure which card that is. Can you pull up the text? Let's set the bot to magic. What you got? Yep. Especially if they attack with this Abzan without playing another land. Even if they play another land and can represent the stasis snare, I think we're still just flipping this to try and eat the Abzan just so we can trigger the Ulvenwald Mystery twice. Because I can embalm this to get it back into play, so I think I'm okay with that. And, like, the upside if they don't have a way to answer this is pretty huge. If they just pass the turn here, I'm 10 out of 10 going to flip this still, I think. Just like, I want to use my mana, I want to generate some extra cards. Sure. Yeah, I think I just eat this, right? Like, this is gonna flip, but, like, I'm losing my board anyway, so, like, whatever. Is this deck better than medium? I don't want to make any assumptions like that it's better than medium, but I don't know, it might be. Block here. Gain 9. So I don't want to crack these yet because I don't want the humans that get generated to die to this Abzan trigger. So in response to this, I'm going to make 2 mana. We'll let the Abzan flip. It'll kill everything. And then before my mana empties, we'll sack this to make a thing and draw a card. Alright, let's do this. Do this. Yep. I mean, it's happy screaming. Alright, so up to 31. Yeah, this deck's got a ton of really sweet synergy in it. Definitely has a lot of sweet stuff going on. Like, even if they deal with this Ormondal, like, we've got crappers on the board. We hit Hidden Stockpile, or we hit a way to get rid of this cast out, which we have 5 of in our deck right now. We have a cast out, 2 Anguished Unmakings, and then 2 Anointer Angels will be in a good spot. Oh, you know what? I have this priest in my crypt too still that I can bring this back into play with Embalm. I always forgot about that. This deck got a lot going on. I hope this deck is good because it's doing a lot of sweet things, and I would like to play it if it's good, but if it's not good, obviously we're not going to play it. I feel like this tank means they don't have an answer to this, which is good for us. I play Magic very quickly. Like, I've played, for the 3 years prior to this one, I played north of 400 sanctioned matches of Magic, and I had, like, less than a dozen unintentional draws during that time. Okay, sweet. Had the answer. Interesting. Or are they attacking? No. Okay, that makes sense. Gas? Some kind of gas. Blooming Marsh. That's kind of like gas, right? Bring this back into play. I'm gonna attack with these two. I think if they kill it and give me a token, like, that's great. I get a... If either of these die, I get to get a clue with Ulvenwald Mystery. There is one Dread Wanderer. I ended up cutting it. I cut it in this matchup. I felt like it wasn't gonna have a relevant text box. Let's go ahead and do this now. Could hit something that we can cast. Man, if I wouldn't have played out this other Cryptolith Rite, man. So really missequenced that turn. I didn't think about attacking my guys in until I had already spent my mana. So if I would have thought about that, I could have Anguished Unmaking this turn and, like, gotten my Hidden Stockpile back and gotten that going as well. They have a Wrath of some sort here. This could be like Fumigate, right? Fumigate, sure. And that's actually not... Oh, you know, this is fine, right? So they just Wrathed us, but now I... that's pretty good. So I get to do this and get rid of this, and then I get to sack this, which means Revolt is going to be on. And then... do I want to just get this back now? No, I think I'm going to wait. So I'm going to pass the turn, and then end of turn, the Hidden Stockpiles will trigger. Because we sacked a clue. We get a land back. What do you mean, like, getting the land back is fine. Angel of Sanctions, sure. This is probably going to take that thing, sure. Yeah, that's fine. I think I just want to Anguish on making that. It's like a clock, and it's defense for them. Am I going to scry during the upkeep? Now I'm just going to take a draw step here. Ulvenwald Mysteries, sign me up. I'm going to go ahead and attack with both of these, and then I can go ahead and scry with one of these before... Yep, Thraben Inspector is actually really good because it means that I'm going to have something to sack to trigger the Ulvenwald Mysteries, and also the clue that it generates is going to generate 2 tokens with the Ulvenwald Mysteries. Apologies if I end up not reading a ton of chat or following for the rest of this match, but this match is likely going to come down to time. I feel like we're probably winning this game. They have Traverse with 4 card types, so dealer's choice here. What do they get? They got an island. Okay. Could have gotten anything. Got an island. That's probably good for us. All right. Isn't it sweet when you're like, man, we could have a lot of good draws here, but the best draw is this Thraben Inspector. All right. So we're gonna sack this Thraben Inspector to this, which triggers these Ulvenwald Mysteries and lets us scry. Westvale Abbey. Yeah, I'm probably okay with drawing that, right? Yeah. So sack this. Play this land, sack this, play this Blisterpod, Man, anyone else sold on this deck yet? I'm getting more and more sold on this deck as we go. Trigger. This is silly. So I can flip this Westvale Abbey because I have these two that make mana here. I have 3. And I still have this clue that's not cracked yet. And then when this Blisterpod dies, it's going to make 2 clues with these Ulvenwald Mysteries, which will then turn into 2 tokens. Oh yeah, sure. You do your thing, opponent. Dusk Dawn seems pretty insane against zombies. Sack this. I guess I could have done this on my turn and attacked, right? Maybe that's what was supposed to happen. They didn't have mana up then? Yeah, I 10 out of 10 punted this. Cast out? What are we casting? I'm confused. Shouldn't they have waited till... Okay, so they're getting rid of the Hidden Stockpile? Sure. Oh, there's no lands left in my deck. I guess I should have checked for that before I did that. Oh, crap. Nope, there's not one of those in my bin anymore. That's fine. Let's do this. Let's attack with this Dorko. Sack this. Always yields. I'll pass. Could have played that land if I'd have realized we were going to fail to find. Are we getting Wrathed again here? It feels like we're getting Wrathed again, right? This could also be an Avacyn, I guess. I'm only going to block this with 1 because this feels like an Avacyn. It could be a Wrath. This could be a Wrath, but it feels like it's an Avacyn. Descent upon the Sinful. That's really bad for us. Because it means it gets rid of Ormondal, too. That's unfortunate. Remember, that's exactly what we wanted for Christmas. There's a Hidden Stockpile. Actually, I just want to attack with both of these, right? And then we'll sack the one he blocks. Yep, that one's staying right there. Untap, make a thing. You know what's kind of insane too? Like, we haven't drawn, like, we're what? We're 34 cards into our deck and haven't drawn the best card in our deck for a second game in a row. And I've like 10 out of 10 not played this game well. So, both of these attack them. We'll sack the one they block with the heart to the Hidden Stockpile. Oh, look, an Anointed Procession. Sign me up. This can't attack or block unless what? You control. That's annoying. Yep. Oh, jeez. Holy crap, I just punted again. Oh, God, I can't believe I did that. I could have sacrificed that to Hidden Stockpile and then gotten to... Holy shit. Wow. We 10 out of 10 should be winning this game by a lot. I could have sacrificed that to the Hidden Stockpile, which we wouldn't describe as not relevant, but it would have triggered Ulvenwald Mysteries, which then, with the Anointed Procession, would have each generated us a bunch of troops that would have allowed us to go wide through what they're doing. Wow. I messed that up. Alright, well, let's play this, and then... Negate. That's rough. Oh, right, they could crew this still. So we're only getting 1 point of damage here. Actually doesn't do anything. We need non-token creatures that can actually do something. Tron Dragon, just a little something so I can help play this amazing deck at the Invitational. Thank you, I do appreciate it. Yeah, definitely trying. I should probably slow down a little bit because I'm up a couple minutes on them. But like, I'd have +2 draws right now, and I'd have +2 tokens, which is like almost certainly enough to win this game, right? Let me cast out my Hidden Stockpile. Yep, it's kind of unreal how poorly I did manage this game. The mix of cards in our deck was not optimal. Like, if we would have found an Anointed Procession much earlier, we'd have been in a much better spot. But, like, I definitely mismanaged most of this game. Yep. Yep. Huh. Like, both of our angels were in the bottom X cards of our deck. All 4 of our Anointed Processions were in the bottom 25 cards of our deck. But I think the biggest mistake I made that game was not sacrificing the Oketra to the Hidden Stockpile when they targeted it. Because that put me behind 2 card draws and 2 tokens, which would have equated to more chump blocks and stuff like that too. Sounds great. Thraben Inspector into Cryptolith Rite. It's everything we want to be doing in life. We drew a 1-drop too. That's good. This is card for card Sam Black's deck list. I'm assuming Sam Black is smarter than the rest of us and knows what he's doing when it comes to decks like this. Oh, good. Oh, good. Amir. Oh, good. Amir. I'm gonna do this. Most of these lands are coming into play tapped at this point. Okay, there's a hidden stockpile. So we can go ahead and sacrifice this. This is that same league. We'll get reimbursed later. Play a Concealed Courtyard because these might come into play untapped at some point. Guess I shouldn't auto-pass, because if they go to kill one of my things, I want to sacrifice it to the stockpile. Since these dorks make mana. So, the fact that we have Ulvenwald Mysteries, I feel like has to give us a huge leg up. And the Cryptolith Rite too, right? Like, I feel like our opponent's deck isn't going to be able to go anywhere near as large as our deck can. So let's do this. Whoa, 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 undo. Alright, do that. Sack this, which gets us another hidden stockpile here. Then we go white, black, play this stockpile. Now let's pass the turn. We'll trigger both of those, get some tokens. I don't think we really care about Fumigate. We rebuild pretty quickly. Opponent just concedes because, well, yep, they're probably dead. Deck and Stone. All of these cards seem fantastic. Dread Wanderer seems mediocre. I think the idea behind this card is that you can like bring it back with Hidden Stockpile, but I don't think that's what we're looking to do in this matchup. The Declaration Stones are probably okay for board situations where my opponent doesn't have mana up for Hidden Stockpile, or if we get rid of it. Is Gideon good enough? I don't know that Gideon's good enough. I think this is going to be my go-to cut. Let's give this a try, I think. Declan just got up from his nap, so I need to run and check a diaper really quick. I'll be right back. Four of Gideon to make bigger tokens. Okay. This hand just seems like everything we want to be doing in life, right? Just like Inspector into Stockpile. Swing and a miss. I'm pretty sure you don't want cards like Transgress the Mind in matchups like this for reference. Like, I feel like they're going to become about the top deck war, but I could be wrong. Definitely don't have first hand. That's exactly where we wanted our 4-drop. Cleverly positioned. Opponent just concedes. Alright, well, you know, sure. I'm going to go change a diaper really quick. I'll put the deck up here. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I'll be back in a bit. Just a couple minutes. See if we can get the old 3-2 here. This hand seems fine, right? A little awkward, we're on the draw. If we hit one of our white sources on one, this hand's insane. If we miss, it's still fine. Let's also do some draw. Maybe I'm supposed to do this. Yeah, I think I'm actually supposed to do this on one, so that way I could go idiot, idiot on two. Yeah, I think that was the wrong land to play. Yeah, guess like I'm behind now. Yeah, 10 out of 10 played the wrong land on one. Hey, apprentice. Sure. 10 out of 10 trading here if they offer it. Not surprised that they didn't. So, sequence my lands wrong. Play this. Play this. Pass the turn. So, like, this turn, if I would have sequenced my lands right, I would have had this and this in play, and I would have played this and been able to play this and this out. So, like, it's a pretty big deal. Yeah, 10 out of 10 gonna block here, I think. Technically gives me an extra mana this turn. If I want it. Huh. So I could do this and play Anointer Priest. And then make 3 here and play this. You're not stuck, you're just locked out because you're not coming in here. I know, your dad's very mean. Nope, I don't want to sacrifice it. I want to do it that. Alright. I think I'm going to do this into Thraben Inspector. Yeah, and like, so I am stumbling on mana here, but like the fact that I missequenced my lands on turn 1 and 2 definitely put us behind. Like I'd have this in play, which means I've been able to play 2 more things this turn too. So like my missequencing is like snowballed very hard this game. I think I'm just taking this hit. I can jump bigger things later with this, and I want to make more mana with it next turn. Anointed Procession. It's going to be pretty good. So, Anointer Priest. And then I can go black, green, sacrifice this, play Catacomb Sifter. Play more chump blockers this turn. I guess I could play this, but I kind of want to stack block with the Blisterpod. I guess waiting on the Blisterpod is good, because it lets me make an extra token with this. Dusk Dawn is insane in this matchup. Sure. Am I just dead then? I can block 2 and then take 5. I can block these 2 and then take 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's exactly lethal. Yep. If they attack with everything, it's exactly lethal. Well, opponent missed lethal. So we got that going for us. Can block this here, and then I have to block that there. We're probably still dead, but opponent missed onboard lethal, so we got that going for us. Yeah, just needed some more lands. And again, I would have just like had more mana if I'd have started my sequencing at the beginning of the game better. This seems like an Anointed Procession, and this. Maybe Sanctions is okay. Definitely want all three of the Dusk Dawns. Deck and Stone seems okay. Angel of Sanctions is probably too slow. I mean, I could have sacked a clue, but like, what's the line that sacking our clue snowballs into? Like, say we can stack our deck. Like, we stack our deck. How do we win the game from there? I don't think we can. I think we're just doing this. I'm pretty sure our path to victory in this probably involves Dusk Dawn and then flipping a what's it called? Flipping Abbey seems like one of our best things we can be doing. I just like decking this. This is one of their better cards, right? Although I guess if they're grinding, we really don't care. I'll play this and pass the turn. Probably just sack this clue. Whenever a creature enters... Gross. Is that a real card? I mean, to beat Felidar Guardian, obviously. I think this matchup is bad for them. Like if I had to glance, like if I had to look at these decks on paper, I would look at my opponent's deck and assume this matchup was hard for them. But I haven't played it out, so I don't have any practical experience to back that up. So like seeing a card like this doesn't surprise me if they're in the realm of like this matchup is bad for them. So play this Blisterpod, which makes us lose a life. Yep. Play this Evolving Wilds here, pass the turn. The mismatch basics are a huge tilt on the other side of the table. I'm gonna go ahead and block here because it means I get to investigate. I'm supposed to block with this one, so I get a token that way. Looking for our Embalm Idiot that lets us gain life at this point. Grab another planes here. Yeah, right? If you played a Lord, that would be pretty insane for us. So we'll sack this clue, which makes a blocker, which loses us a life. It draws us a card. We get to play Anointed Procession next turn. This is decent. So I'm playing this for sure. Don't have anything to reveal. I think I want to save these for blockers. I guess I could go... Yeah, actually, I'm going to go Cryptolith into Ulvenwald Mysteries off the Soldier, I think. I don't know that I believe you that this card is good in the mirror, Maddie. When we played Zombie Mirrors, like, the Zombie Mirror snowballed hard. Like if this is my opponent's board state in the Zombie Mirror, like... You want this? Might be taking slightly too much damage on this turn with this line by not leaving two blockers up. Yep, draw your card. I mean, like, Matt, it's like when we played the black-white versus the mono-black zombie deck. Like, that stupid zombie that you had that, like, drained them when a thing came into play. Like, that wasn't good. Really need that idiot that gives us life when we have a token interplay. I think I'm leaning on this rather than this because to this card. Stop it. I mean, kinda blockers for days. It's about time to Dusk Dawn. Yeah, see, like, do you see the way this game is going right now? Like, if my opponent didn't have this card, they'd be getting slaughtered. So, like, I think this card is very reasonable in this matchup. I might not, but maybe I wasn't even supposed to play this because, like, sacking these gives me 4 things, which loses me 4 life. It's Catacomb Sifter. Can't do that. We'll die. I guess we're gonna start by doing this. I'm losing 4 and drawing a card and seeing what we get. Another Anointed Procession. Man, they'd be so dead! Ah, they'd be so dead. He's a Vigilance, right? Oh, those are the ones the other thing makes that has Vigilance. So this is something I need to be conscious of. Like, if this was a cast out or an angel or something that answered this, like, we'd be in a pretty good spot. Kalitosh, sure. Yeah, like, could you imagine how buried they would be if we could cast the second procession? I don't think I'm decking that. Am I just dusking to kill this? Nah, I probably need to save that for when they go wide again. I'm just going to deck this. I could technically sack one more clue here, but I don't know if I want to do that. Every time I sacrifice a clue, we lose 4 life because we get 4 guys. I could sack 1 clue. Oh no, I can't even do that because then I can't play the priest because I'll lose a life, right? Ormondal would be insane. Ormondal would be great. I forgot we had Ormondal in here. And like all my answers to this card are in my board, right? Yep, my Angel of Sanctions are on the board, my Unmakings are on the board, my Castouts on the board. Sure, man, it's dead. I'm glad we held this other dust on. Attacking with some of our idiots seems fair. If we, like, get in a hit with Ormondal, we can make four sets of things. They have another Dark Salvation. That's unfortunate. If we could just get in one hit with Ormondal, we could afford to sacrifice 2 clues. It'd, like, be super well off. Yep. Pass back. We got, like... If we block next turn, Ormondal's then off the table. Unfortunate. We're like 20... Again, just like... I definitely misboarded, and being misboarded is part of the reason we're losing this game. Like, if the Stekken Stone was something that could deal with this, we'd have been, like, winning this game in a big way. But at the same time, we're also getting a little bit unfortunate because we're, like, 22 cards into our deck without any of our, we have 6 cards that would allow us to beat this card anyways. And we're 22... Oh, they're just going to flip the Abbey and kill us. So I definitely could have boarded differently to have a better percentage chance to this game, but we're definitely just got a little bit genuinely unlucky too. The Anointer Priest was 1 card down, and we couldn't have sacrificed that clue on our turn to play this out, because when this came into play, we were going to die to this. So this is the 23rd card, not the 22nd. Sure. Just, Magic Online things. We're going to play another league with this deck. Anyway, while Magic Online starts, I would just like to say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're at in the world. If you choose to spend part of your day here with us, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I have 2 screaming monsters behind me. Those are my kids. If you didn't realize, I am a father of 2. Those are Jacob and Declan behind me. If you're enjoying the content and you want to show support, I encourage you to use that follow button there on your screen. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, and you want to support my stuff a little bit extra, there's a couple of ways to do that. First is by subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. You can also support my content by using that donate button down there below the screen. Contribute to my SCG Invitational Fund. We are playing a bunch of different decks in preparation for that, and assuming we get most of the way there in that donation slider, I'm looking forward to playing there. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com will love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you, and if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout there, you'll save 8% on your singles. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. They do custom playmats and mouse pads and all sorts of different stuff. Use code Jeff12 to save 12% of your orders there. MTG Card Market buys and sells physical Magic cards, and they also have a lot of quality written content as well. I write weekly for them, as well as players like Kevin Jones and Dylan Donegan and a lot of others. You can check the written out content out. Finally, sparedeck.com rents physical, standard, and modern decks. You can rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month. So definitely check them out if you're looking to try before you buy. For someone like me who changes decks a lot, I end up renting a lot of my stuff from them. Anywho, we're queued up into another league here. I'm going to keep playing with deck. That seems sweet. Our record in that last league was not great, but I also lost most of those games through not only a combination of getting a little bit unlucky, but also making mistakes while getting unlucky. So a deck that allows me to, with better play, win games where we're getting unfortunate is definitely something that I am interested in playing. This is card for card Sam Black's latest deck list from SCG Premium. He posted it this week. So if you're wondering why we're playing card X and why we're not playing card Y, you'd have to ask Sam Black, tag him on Twitter, drop a comment on his article, just like playing what he recommended here. The deck has a lot of really sweet moving parts, and it's got a lot of powerful synergy to it, and you know, just doing Sam Black style things. Got a live one here. Yeah, Sand seems great. Whoa, we've got an Anointed Procession in our opener? I don't even know what to do with myself. And we're not going to mess up our land sequencing this time unless we draw a white source on one, which we did. Okay, I was going to say, we're going to fetch on one unless we draw this land like we did. No, I can't imagine wanting to mess up the mana base to try and fit in some kind of really cute infinite combo. So one thing that's kind of sweet about this deck is that, with Anointed Procession, you double the amount of clues you make as well, which is kind of sweet. Some kind of... Oh, jeez. Holy crap. I just auto-passed through their turn while reading the chat. Whoops. Whoops. I guess I'm just attacking with these now, right? Sacking a clue. That's fine. Possible we just got censored anyways, although if this got censored, whether that gets censored, then this gets censored. This an energy deck or a control deck? Could be a control energy deck, I suppose, maybe a Teamer Tower deck. Yep, energy deck. It's good. It means this first Anointed Procession is going to resolve. Play this, show you this. Play this. Pass the turn. See if they go like double token into Glorybringer and run us out of the game. Chandra, sure. So 10 out of 10, opponent is playing the Teamer Energy deck. No blocks. Alright, so I think at this point, I'm just going to go second Procession and a Blisterpod. Hopefully we're going to be able to get out under this. There are links to the deck list down below the stream. There's this really big giant button that says MTG decks, and you can click on it, and it will take you to the MTG decks that we play. It's really weird. I know. And I understand it's not your fault. You've been conditioned this way by streamers who are much lazier than I am, who don't put deck list links below the stream. Which is weird, because, like, that's the first thing people always ask. They're like, where's the deck list? Where's the deck list? Where's the beef? Everyone just wants to know where the beef is, and people don't make the beef available down below the stream. Alright, sec this, see what we get. More inspectors. Oof. God, one could say we have gotten a clue. One could certainly argue that clues have been gotten. I think I'm going to play this tapped and then pass the turn here. We're probably just going to get aggroed out of this game. It's a little unfortunate. This is going to ultimate next turn. Wow, Angel of Sanctions is a good draw. Holy crap. Man. On the list of draws we had there, that was definitely towards the top of the pile. Feels good to run a little good. So this big bad Oblivion Ring Angel here is going to take care of this Chandra. Get her out of there. And then should my opponent have an answer to this Angel of Sanctions, we're going to get to bring her back into play with a bunch of copies. And she also blocks flying, which is nice. Sure. So we're going to this here. Ooh. Was that a good draw? If so, why? Please explain. Play this. Our opponent killing Angel is insane. Yeah. Sure. Alright, here's my Angels. What are they exiling? The first one's gonna go here. The second one's gonna go here. I think I'm just gonna kill these Thopters with these other ones. I could just take their clues away too, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna take their redraws, actually. I guess they could sack one of these clues. Is that worth it? Yeah, I'm just gonna take the Thopters out. Yes. And then we're going to play this Catacomb Sifter. And make a bunch of... This is bullying. I mean, we're at 5, right? Like, our opponent could definitely, like, draw some Angels. There's a second Angel on the board for the matches where you really want it. Like, this is definitely a clunkier effect, so, like... I'm going to go green, black... Whatever. Play this Catacomb Sifter, which gives us a bunch of dorks and some scries. Sure. Zach, your clue. Thought I was getting censored there for a second. I was like, oh no. Oh wait, did I play land yet? Alright, play this land. Alright. Sure, Rogue Refiner. Oh no, they're drawing an entire card. Now we just need a way to gain life and a way to produce tokens, and then we'll be able to go. But we've got these 7 clues over here on the board, so there's a real good chance we make some of those things happen. So I'm actually gonna sack 2 of these tokens at end step here to scry once, twice, and then crack one of these clues. Ulvenwald Mysteries. Is that good enough? Oh yeah, that's way more than good enough because that that's going to give us 4 tokens every time we crack a clue. So we play Ulvenwald Mysteries. And then we go dupe, sack a clue. This thing triggers, makes 4 tokens. Play this plains. Tap these, sack this. Make some tokens. I think I'm passing for now. Am I attacking? I'm probably just supposed to attack, right? If they dragon, I could die. Opponent just concedes. Alright. Alright. Well, we got there. We figured it out. This deck is sweet. It's obnoxious and sweet. Dusk Dawn seems insane, right? They don't play Flamecrawler usually, and almost certainly not in the main deck. I think Oketra is a little bit too slow. Do I want Cast Out? Are Cast Out and Unmaking things I'm interested in doing? I don't know if that's true. I definitely want the extra Angel of Sanctions. I don't know. I don't think I understand this Dread Wanderer. I'm going to have to message Sam and ask him what this Dread Wanderer is for, because I don't know. Or tweet at him and see if he responds. How do you feel about this? I could see some of these cards being okay. Maybe trim a couple more Catacomb Sifters. Do this. Just like have this as an interaction package. I don't hate this. Dread Wanders for control, that makes sense. So like, you guys are doing what like Magic players do a lot, which is I understand what the text box is and like how it interacts with the deck, but like when I say like what is a card for, when I say what does it do, I'm not actually like, I don't actually mean what does the card do like in what's the text box on the card and like how does it interact with the cards in the deck. I mean like what does it do in the context of the format with like what we're looking to do. Like when I'm saying what does it do, it's like the question I'm really asking is like what problem does this solve that our deck has, basically? And if it's for control, I could see that. I could see it being a great card to like grind out blue-red control. But on the flip side of that is like the blue-red control decks like have a fistful of magma sprays, right? So like if they're magma spraying us, like is that the card we want for grinding them out? And again, like, I'm asking these questions having no experience with the deck and not having played it a ton. So, like, it's very possible that there's, like, yes, these things are super reasonable and we want to be doing them and we want to keep them in the deck, but I don't actually know. That's why I'm, like, kind of voicing out loud what I'm thinking. Block. Yeah. We should some token makers now. This is a Chandra? Hopefully it's another thing that dies at Dusk Dawn. Chandra, sure. They are having a good time. It's fine. Well, huh. I think I want to just cast this out and then attack the Chandra, right? Alright, there's a land. Thraben Inspector's Dees, because you know why? Thraben Inspector makes not one clue, but 2 clues with Anointed Procession. Sack that. Ulvenwald Mysteries is real good. That's unfortunate. Because black is B. So I'm gonna block with the Scion, and then make a mana, and then sack it, and then correct this clue. Oh, look, another Ulvenwald Mystery. Sign me up. Hidden Stockpile is also real good. I'm going to lead on this because I'd rather that. Whoa, it's all working. It's all working. They're auto-passing, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to go off, as the children say. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I don't even want another Dust Dawn, I don't think. All right, play this land. Yep, sack this clue. Yep, make 2 things. Yep. Oh, baby. End step. Trigger stockpile. Go. It's happening! Ah! Oh, you got a bristling hydra. Sure. That's adorable. You have this adorable little bristling hydra. Alright, so I'm going to sacrifice one of these dorks. I'm going to sacrifice one of these dorks at upkeep. Get our scry on. Bottom that. Am I just okay to draw? Yeah, I'll just draw one. Another Ulvenwald Mysteries? Sure. Sure. Play this Concealed Courtyard. Pass the turn? I guess I could... No, I'm short mana, right? This is cost... Yeah, because I sacked the other one. So I can't make the Westvale Abbey thing just yet. End step, make some more Dorkos, sure. Maybe I'm supposed to have Dusk on there? I don't know, I kind of want one more out of him. Anointer Priest. Is that good? If so, why? Please explain. So, this is actually... We play this. And then we're going to sacrifice... We're going to sacrifice the Anointed Priest to the stockpile, which is going to trigger both these Ulvenwald Mysteries. Which is going to give us then 4 clues. It's going to let us scry one with 10 out of 10 keep another Anointed Priest. Then we're going to return this to play, but we're going to get 4 of them because we have... Or 2 of them because we have the Anointed Procession here. Which means all these triggers happen, so we start gaining life now. So now they're really dead. I think I'm just passing the turn here, right? No, I guess I could go dupe, and sack this to draw a card, which then puts a bunch of things into play, which then gains us a bunch of more life. And then I could do this. And then we're going to move to the end step, which is then going to trigger... Which is then going to trigger the hidden stockpiles, which will make a bunch of things, which will gain a bunch of more life. Triggers! Oh no, are you going to kill one of my Anointer Priests? Don't do that, that's rude. Cycle the Sweltering Suns, yep. Oh, baby. Just up to a casual 32 now. Oh, you know, maybe I was a little fast and loose here, because I technically don't have enough to... Are we gonna get sweltering? This feels like a Sweltering Suns, right? Because they cycled a Sweltering Suns, so they probably have another one. Oh, they don't have double red! They're out of energy! Nice deck. Nice deck. NVE wins the match with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. They conceded before we got to continue having our fun, but, you know, details. So 2-0. 2-0 with the start of that one. Let's kick it up. See where this goes. Thanks everyone for hanging out today on a Friday afternoon. Spending some time playing Standard here instead of watching the Legacy Grand Prix. I appreciate that. Or maybe you're doing both. If you're doing both, you're still welcome. I appreciate you choosing to split your time here at the Grand Prix. Shouldn't we have drawn? Yeah, sure. You are correct. We technically missed a bunch of life there. Must be hell to keep track of a paper. I mean, like, you could do it systematically, right? And just say, like, this is doing this, is doing this. If you're good at math, which I am, like... Anyone watching the JPEG, get out! No, this is the second league. The first league we went 1-3 in. There were lots of mistakes we made. Even that match, like someone just pointed out, if we were going to draw the thing off the top of our deck, we should have drawn the Anointed Procession before flashing it back to have 2 more Anointer Priests. So, like... Need to stop clicking this pen that's in my hand. This hand's a little awkward, right? I think I'm supposed to mulligan this. I don't know. It has all my colors in it, but I think we're supposed to mulligan it. Like, that many Ulvenwald Mysteries is awkward. This hand is much better. 10 out of 10 bottoming a land. Magic Online does not work in wine. I have a Windows 7 virtual machine that the only thing it does is play Magic Online. Using VirtualBox. Mardu vehicles? Mardu! So, how does our deck work when our opponent is attacking us with giant 4/4s in the sky? Let's find out, shall we? Every couple of months I try and make Magic Online install via wine, but like, Magic Online barely works on Windows, so like, I would be kind of afraid to play events for money through wine. Hex works really well through wine. I do all of my Hex, even my tournament Hex, through wine, which is great. Wine stands for Wine is not an emulator. It is a compatibility layer that allows you to run Windows applications on superior operating systems. Are you gonna miss a land drop? That'll be good for us. I'll play Ulvenwald Mysteries next turn, I think. Tap land. I'm going to attack with the Anointer Priest. I'm going to leave the Blisterpod back because I'm happy to chump block that if they play something else to crew this and then ship this in. Not jumping with this, so I might as well get my 1 point in because it's free. Yeah, Jake really loves this Timmy Time show that Amazon Prime has. I mean, Bodhi basically is Ubuntu, right? So Bodhi is just a set of repositories and user interface on top of the Ubuntu 16.04 LTS release. So I'm technically using both, I guess you could say. But Bodhi would not exist without Ubuntu, like most Linux-based operating systems. So this will crew here. We'll take 5. This deck is really sweet, but I feel like it's probably clunky against a lot of these aggro decks. I don't know. I guess we can gain a lot of life. So we jump here, which is going to trigger this and give us a clue. And then next turn, we can play the Anointer Priest, pray the Westvale Abbey, crack the clue, gain 2 life, get a token. So I'm going to go ahead and block here. Or just give us a token and gain us a life from this. It's going to trigger the Ulvenwald Mysteries. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play this Anointer Priest out. And we're going to play this Westvale Abbey. I'm going to go ahead and crack this. Just gives us a thing, which gains us some life, which draws us a card. I'm just go ahead and doing that right off the bat, so that way, what's the word I'm looking for? They can't, like, kill my Anointed Priest in response to the trigger making the token, so I gain a maximum amount of life. I'm leaving these back at this point because I think I'm okay blocking with them, since them coming into play as tokens, which gain us a little bit more life, and also kind of trade off with their board, which is fine. Because, like, even trading off with this Scrap Heap Scoundrel at this point is okay for us, because it would enable us to, they can't bring it back just yet. Declan Scott. The toddler smackdown got a little bit rough. You started it. I saw that you started it, and you're fine. You want some sticks? So we're looking to hit, like, hidden stockpiles at this point, or something that's going to allow us to... Well, that's pretty good. That's going to allow my opponent to attack us for 8 in the air next turn, which is a lot of evasive damage. I'm going to start by cycling this, see what we get. Thraben Inspector. I guess that makes us a clue, which in turn makes us a token. No, I'm just planning to play Magic today, Boffity. The Hex days are Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, with a little bit on Tuesday as well. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and pass here at this point. It's possible I should have played this Ulvenwald Mysteries out here, but I kind of just want to draw, and then next turn we can actually sack our board to this and start attacking with it, but that's a little bit risky because they are playing white. They could have something like Stasis Snare to deal with this. But we might be getting into a position where, like, this is our line and we have to take it. That deck was real good. That Seeker of the Way Black-White deck is one of the best standard decks I've probably played to date that other people didn't pick up and start playing. I would have top 8'd the Invitational I played that deck in if I would have played a better modern deck. You want a snack? Alright, while my opponent's thinking here, I'm going to run and get Declan a snack real quick. I'll be right back. If they have Disintegration, we're actually dead here, right? Depending on how they sequence. Chandra, sure. Sure. Yeah, yeah, untapped land is Normandal. Which is not the worst. Whoa, they're attacking with that too. That's good for us. Start by sacking this and seeing what we get. Actually, Anointer Priest is decent. So... yeah, sure. I think I'm doubling here, right? Yeah, I think I'm going to double here. This guarantees me a clue. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to do this, actually. That's 2 points of damage, yep. So if I do this... I can't sack this and play this. Yeah, just did. Fatal Push seems great. Just bring all these in. That seems bad. Cut this top end. Sanctions is probably fine. Catacomb Sifter seems okay. One Ulvenwald Mysteries can probably go. I think I like this change. Seems nice and clean. Just bring in the cheap interaction to kind of slow them down a little bit. While we can set up our go over the top end. Maybe Ulvenwald Mysteries isn't cuttable in that game plan. Try my Catacomb Sifter instead. Yeah, I think I like that. I feel like these 12 cards here are kind of like the grail you just like can't touch. As I move everything around here because Magic Online, these 12 enchantments are just like cards we can't get rid of. They're just like everything we want to be doing in life. Everything else probably has room to go. An extra Angel of Sanctions probably isn't the worst. Maybe it's marginally better than Catacomb Sifter. Buy that for $1. Although Catacomb Sifter is pretty good with Catacomb Sifter is pretty good. No, you can revolt a Fatal Push to kill that. And you have like clues and scions and stuff to revolt Fatal Push on command. I don't know. Zan Black has 4 in his deck list, so we probably want 4. I'm not qualified or capable of answering questions like, why are you playing card X and not card Y? Because this is Sam Black deck list card for card. So if you'd want to ask a question about why we're playing a card, you'd need to defer to him. Maybe. I mean, like, we flip Abbey and hit the Chandra. Did I have blocks that set up so I wasn't dead to the Abbey? No, we didn't end up hitting it either way, right? Because even if I had to chump block there, and then I had exactly 5 troops still, and I would have needed to make mana with one of them, and I couldn't, because then I can't sacrifice it to the Abbey itself. I don't think... The Dread Wanderer is the one card I really don't understand. Like, if it's an access to fight control on, it doesn't seem like a particularly good access, considering the tools the control decks have access to. I'm playing them to start, because like I said, I don't make changes to deck lists that aren't mine without playing them. Like, these are the 75 Magic cards Sam Black said he would play moving forward with this deck list, and he's definitely played the deck more than anyone else, more than me, more than people in chat, so we are 10 out of 10 starting there. We can technically get Metallic Rebuked here, right? So I guess I'm going to lead on this Cryptolith Rite. That was a pretty good draw. Then I'm going to go ahead and do this and play this Ulvenwald Mystery. Yeah, but I mean, like, okay, so the argument on the flip side of that is, like, if I have Hidden Stockpile, I'm probably beating the control deck anyways, right? So, like, what does the board situation look like where I have Hidden Stockpile going, but I'm not winning against the control deck? So, like, what could you, like, again, I don't have experience with the deck, so, like, what type of situations are we looking at where, like, I have Stockpile going, but I'm not winning the game anyways? But I mean, like, if they sweep the board, then I'm going to get to trigger Revolt, or, like, I might have Ulvenwald Mysteries going. I just have a lot of things that I feel. It has to be Gideon after they've just done nothing for the first couple turns, right? Yeah. The one thing that's kind of sweet about this deck is I feel like we really don't care about this magic card, which is kind of sweet. Like, a lot of the decks of this format just, like hate seeing Gideon on the other side of the table, and this deck's just like, Gideon? What? Who cares? It's what you could call a good draw. Do you need more cheese? There's more cheese. That's interesting. I don't know. I don't know if we need that type of effect at the top end, Tron. I actually haven't looked at what cards are available and what could and can't be played in this archetype. Caleb with the auto host, thank you. Welcome to folks that are lurking in Caleb's channel and coming on over. We're hanging out playing some Amonkhet Standard today. Chandra, sure. Red mana, sure. Unlicensed Disintegration. Yep, that's fine. We'll trigger Ulvenwald Mysteries. Get a thing. I guess this lets them attack. Sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and go block here, and then before damage, I'll sack both of these for mana, and then sack one of these clues, which generates those 2 tokens, which means we could kill this Gideon on the backswing. Does that seem good? Seems okay. Seems like not the worst thing I could be doing. Alright, well, that's better than doing anything else, right? Actually, is the Gideon worse than the Chandra? Am I just supposed to kill the Chandra here? I feel like I'm actually supposed to kill the Chandra here, right? Like, the Gideon just, like, makes idiots that I don't care about. This is going to put 4 bodies in play. So, yeah, actually, I'm going to go ahead and all of these attack Chandra. So let's do this. Let's do this. Go. Yeah, like Gideon's just like making crappers, and like we have the crapper battlefield on lock, right? Oh no! Their creatures are bigger than mine. However, do we win? This deck is certainly doing powerful things. I'd much rather save my push for something that I actually can't deal with, like the Aether Sphere Harvester. Like, 10 out of 10 would much rather push this. I have no idea. We've barely played any games. Hidden Stockpile. Well then, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're actually going to start going off here. I'm just supposed to hit them now, right? Just like 10 out of 10. They don't have mana up to kill this turn. Triggers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, all of these were gonna make clues, and then the clues were gonna make tokens and draw cards, and man, I really hope this deck is good because it's sweet. It's sweet. Man, people on Tumblr right now are going off and they don't have any idea why. I think I believe you that I'm undervaluing Catacomb Sifter a little bit, and maybe let's do this. It's a bit. This hand is really good. This hand is obnoxiously good. Here's my pod. Honda Speeder with the new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Subscriptions are one of the best ways you can support my content, so thank you. Share the water, children. That's another good pickup. Probably gonna chump this next turn. We're on the draw, too. Yeah, the one drop into Cryptolith Rite's curves are very, very good. I'm assuming they're going to ship with the Heart of Korean here. Yeah, they've held priority, so... Yeah, right? Yeah, we're gonna play Modern later. I want to try Sultai Death Shadow a little bit. Sure. Blooming Marsh is a great draw. Let's go ahead and lead on this Hidden Stockpile, I think. Let's go ahead and play Thraben Inspector. Yeah. Yep. We're going to play another Thraben Inspector here. And then we're going to go ahead and use this, sacrifice the Blisterpod, triggers, get a Scry, and step Hidden Stockpile is going to trigger Angel of Sanctions. That's something I'm interested in doing. Yeah, it takes the Heart of Koran off the table for a turn cycle, right? So it seems reasonable. Unstep, make a token. Sector clue, sure. So we have, this is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana next turn, so we can do this and the Angel if we want, which is pretty sweet. And then sacrificing this to make a second mana will trigger the revolt on the Hidden Stockpile, which is good. Like, we're doing stuff here, we just have to try and not die in the meantime, so... This is almost certainly the matchup the 4 Fatal Pushes are for. It's possible maybe I should scry a bit more aggressively into the thing that gains us life. I mean, Paper Magic is just, like, difficult to watch, right? Like as far as like coverage goes, like as someone who streams Paper Magic infrequently, like it's twice as much work for half the content that's half as good. Man, they don't have anything going on here. That's so good for us. Scrap Heap Scrounger, sure. Take a hit for 4 here. And the sweetest thing about this sequence is because my opponent's tapped out here, it means this Heart of Koran is not coming back for a full turn cycle, which means we're not getting hit for damage next turn, which is kind of insane for us. So cast this, exile this Heart of Koran, get that out of here, and then we get to go ahead and make mana, make a mana, sack this for a mana, play the Anointed Procession, end step the Hidden Stockpile is going to trigger and make 2 dorks for us. And like the watching channel Fireball coverage definitely has upsides. Like the what's it called? The time warp matches, whatever they call them, are very, very good. And I really wish SCG had the extra budget to do that. This is almost certainly a disintegration, but this can't attack because it doesn't have haste. We are kind of under a lot of pressure here, though, right? Really need to draw a Fatal Push or a way to gain some life. So I'm probably going to put a stop during my upkeep here and sacrifice something to get some scry on. Probably the Blisterpod. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and put these here. Yeah, get my jumps on. Alright, so activate this, sacrifice it to Hidden Stockpile, get a thing, scry 1. Bottom. Am I willing to do that again? I think I'm willing to take 1 more scry here. Well, I guess I could just draw with clues, too. It's probably better. Well, you know. There's the Fatal Push. Okay. Yep, I'm gonna play this. Oh! Oh, shoot! Oh, shoot! I could have done that! Oh, I forgot to embalm. That's fine. We hit the Fatal Push, so we're not completely punished, but like 10 out of 10 forgot we couldn't balm there. No, it costs 6. This is only 1, 2, 3. Oh, I could have sacrificed the Scions. No, I think this is fine. I think what we did was fine with the Fatal Push. I don't really want to sack the Scions for mana. I want to get more value out of them than that. Yeah, this is fine. See how they attack here. We can actually trade some stuff off now since we have enough tokens. I mean, we don't have anything to play around Cut Thraben, so like it's not even really worth talking about. Like, it's only worth talking about things that we can afford to play around, and since we can't afford to play around anything, it's not worth talking about it. Alright, so we go double. I think I'm supposed to go double like this. And then double here. I think I'm just supposed to single here, right? Although I guess it makes them use their mana if they want to bring this back, so I think that's good for us. Alright, yeah, let's do that. Oh, the Scions are... Well, because they're going to get to kill a Scion either way if I block this, right? Like, if I put one Scion and one Servo in front of this, one Scion's dying guaranteed, so, like, it really doesn't matter. Make a mana. Sack the clue. Oh, I should have made mana like that. Yeah, that's probably better. Alright, upkeep, we're gonna go ahead and scry. Because we need to trigger Revolt anyways. Bottom that. I think we're just gonna take a draw now. Yeah, I'm gonna cycle this. I don't think I want to bring back the Angel just yet. I want to wait till they have something scarier. Another Anointed Procession. Yeah, that's worth playing, right? Because I have Revolt triggered on this, so it's gonna give me 2 more tokens. Bring that back, which is fine. No, it's gonna give me 2 more tokens because I'm getting 2 already. It also makes the Angel bring back a buck ton of things now, which is kind of sweet. I shouldn't auto pass because I have this mana with the Hidden Stockpiles. What are they doing with this scry? Bottom. Okay, the other one's a thinker, so it must not be particularly great. What you got, opponent? Most! I do have a mana open. I've got an Eldrazi Scion right here. Got Eldrazi Scion right here. Big, beautiful Eldrazi Scion. Bottom. Sweet. That's exactly what we want to see. We're going to chump block this because we're probably bringing the Angel back next turn. Just to, like, put 12 flying power into play and close the game out. So I'm going to chump this as opposed to trading 2 of these. It also leaves us up a token, which is nice. And again, we want to make sure we trigger a Revolt this turn, so I'm going to go ahead and scry before we draw. Bottom this land, take a draw. Ulvenwald Mysteries is pretty good. I think I'm just going to do this, though. Target. Is this good? Anyone know? Anyone know if this is good? I'm unsure. The jury's out, I think. It's not 4 Hedron alignments. Alright, go. Trigger, make some more guys. Right, because we had that still. Sure. Thraben Inspector resolves. That wasn't a fumigate. The Angel of Sanctions have just been batty. Just so good. Man, we just didn't even let us draw the Westvale Abbey and flip it. So unlucky. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's exponential. 2 to 4 to 8. I got 8 angels back the other night. It was kind of sweet. All right, well, we're 2-0. Figuring things out here, I think. Maybe making slightly less mistakes, getting a better feel for the deck. Ormondal's not a token. Yeah, I'm coming around to, like, wanting another Angel. I think maybe we'll make some changes, or at least slide around cards. Like, I feel like the Dread Wanderers, even if they are good against control, I feel like there's not enough control decks in the leagues right now, at least, to warrant this. So, if I just, like, slide this Wanderer to the board and slide the other Angel into the main, it seems more than reasonable. Just small changes to start. The Mirror Batch video was kind of funny, yep. My Comcast decided it wanted to vomit on itself last night, so I wasn't able to stream. Which is probably good, because, like, after Moto died there, I actually ended up just going to bed. I'd like to play first. Yeah, sounds great, right? It's like Pod on 1 into Pod Inspector on 2. The Oketra has been a sweet fun of. Like, the Oketra and the Gideon, and, like, the Angel of Sanctions to a degree, there's a lot of board states you get up in where, like, you can make so much mana and get a bunch of scries, so, like, you could actually filter through a lot of your deck, and finding a fun of is reasonable. So I think one Gideon, one Oketra in the main are both super reasonable. Just because, like, there's board states where, like, you're not winning, but you can scry a bunch. You can, like, scry into these one-ofs. And this Thraben Inspector even lets us curve out pretty nicely here, because next turn we get to go tapped land and Evolving Wilds into crack this clue. The Mirror is actually another reason to put another Angel of Sanctions into the deck. So I not only do I want to use my mana efficiently to crack the clue this turn, but waiting to play the Thraben Inspector till post Anointed Procession means that we get 2 clues off of it, which is hot. I don't know, I think the Angel's actually more important than the Mirror than Gideon is. There's Walking Ballista decks in the format. Rishkar, sure. You should check out my article at mtgcardmarket.com talking about things I think are going to be good in the post-Marvel world. And it got published this morning, right? It's Friday? Yep, went up this morning, about 10 a.m. Plug, hashtag plugs. Dread Wanderer, sure. Probably be better as an Angel. I'm going to go ahead and block here. I think I'm just going to jump. Deny them the energy. What are we playing after this? Like, I think I'm going to pick up the stuff for Sultai. What's the word I'm looking for? I want to play Sultai Shadow a little bit, because I think that's one of the decks I want to consider playing this weekend, or at the Invitational. So now when these Blisterpods die, we get 2 dorks. And this could be the mid-range player in me, but, like, I feel like adding the Angel back to the main deck is going to be another Angel to the main deck too is reasonable, because I feel like we're kind of going over the top of a lot of things, but if we just had, like, slightly more interaction to help us get to the point where we're really going over the top of stuff, we'd be really well off. I'm going to throw 1 Blisterpod under a bus here. Again, just deny them the energy from this hitting us. This makes us 2 Dorkos. Because of the Anointed Procession. Yep. This is a competitive league. I don't know. The only difference between competitive leagues and non-competitive leagues is how much you gambled to be in them. Like, the quality of the decks does not really increase that much between a competitive and a non-competitive league. That makes 2 clues. So now the question is, I'm probably going to have to chump block with both these Scions anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and play this Dread Wanderer out. It comes into play tap, but I'm probably going to go, like, chump with Scions this turn, and then sack them both to make mana and crack a clue. Doesn't seem completely unreasonable. Might chump with the Blisterpod as well, just, like, get 2 more Scions going, gain a couple points of life with the Anointer Priest. Actually, their deck has a really hard time with Westvale Abbey, right? So if I chump with both of these, and then chump with this and get 2 more tokens, I could sack my board to the Westvale Abbey next turn, right? No, I need one more land, so I'd have to leave one of these behind. But I'm going to get 2 draws, so I'm probably a favorite to hit that. There's the Gear Hulk, sure. Thankfully, only this one has trample, so they're going to put two counters on 4 of their things, I assume, here. Sure. Yeah, I'm just going to jump all 3 of these, and then crack my clue. We're definitely looking for ways to kind of generate some more tokens. So gain 2, make some tokens. See what we draw here. We can make an Ormondal next turn, which is nice. Another Anointed Procession. Huh. Do you want to start by cracking this? I think I do. Gideon. Does that do much? I think I'm supposed to Gideon make 2 tokens here, right? And then next turn I can Anointed Procession, and then Gideon makes 4 tokens a turn. It's kind of funny. The old 0 my Gideon, make 4 2/2s, gain 4 life. Man, this card wasn't good enough. Best card left in standard though isn't banned. They have Never to kill this. Nissa, that's pretty good. They probably need to kill Gideon this turn, right? Sure. God, please attack me with everything. Holy crap, they actually did it. Wow, that's good for us. So I'm going to move to blocks. I think I'm going to do this, this, and then take 8. And then next turn I have 6, 7, 8 mana. I can play this, and then embalm this, and then make tokens with Gideon. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we get to go Anointed and to bring the Priest back. Yeah, so take 8, sure. God, this is a great game. I don't even care if we lose. And we drew another Anointed Priest? God, that's gross. No, you have to attack planeswalkers directly. It's not like damage. It's not like combat damage. It's not like spells. Trigger. God, remember that time you didn't kill my Gideon? Pepperidge Farm remembers. 0. Alright, triggers. Go. Oh, I'm such a huge idiot. I could have shipped these 2 Knight Allies in to kill the Nissa. I was so excited with what we were doing, I missed it. But it's fine. It's fine. We're probably fine. Yeah, it's fine. You do you, opponent. How do you get access to Discord? So if you go to discordapp.com in your desktop web browser, you can't be using the mobile client or the desktop app, I believe. You go into the user settings on the web browser Discord, and then link your subscribed Twitch account with your Discord account. So, not killing the Nissa might lose us this game, but I've This is how we gained 600-ish life. In fact, when Moto crashed, I was over 1,000. Alright, you have to kill the Gideon here, right? Just, like, not optional? Really? Alright, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna do this, right? I think I want to make him have a couple removal spells to beat that. And then I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put an extra one of these in front of the Long Tusk Cub so he doesn't get energy. So we're going to take 11 here. Hidden Stockpile would be hot. Yeah, you're not wrong. They probably have a push or something to save their Gear Hulk. Maybe I'm supposed to just take a hit from one of these and then put an extra token in front of here. I think that's possible. Like, at the same time, like, this is one Gideon activation, so it's like, eh. Can we draw another Anointed Procession? That would be sweet. Got a lot of good draws here, though. Hidden Stockpile, Anointed Procession. So does it really matter? In the end, does it even matter anymore? Oh, look, Ulvenwald Mysteries. That's a good one, too. Triggers. Go. Yo, dog. Alright. Oh, right. When this Anointer Priest dies, we're gonna get 4 clues, because these get copied too by the Anointed Processions. And then we're gonna get to bring this back, and then, oh, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby. I can't believe they haven't killed the Gideon yet. It's kind of unreal. They, like, definitely didn't respect what was going on here. What is... This a hanger back walker for a lot? For 3, sure. Sure. So now they can kill the Gideon. I had the option to trade a Knight Ally for the Nissa earlier, and that was definitely a mistake not doing that. Alright, so this is 10 out of 10 getting thrown under a bus. And then this is going here, and this is going here. And this is going here, and we're taking 17. I think that works out. Yeah. Yeah, Dusk is going to be really good. Dusk Dawn is going to be great. Another thing is, like, I'm not sure we can win this game at this point, but my opponent's also down 4 minutes on the clock already, so I'm going to continue playing to make them time out. Because they're probably going to 4x shoot down this Gideon now. No, he's got 5 energy up here, so that would just get them to spend energy to kill my extra Knight Ally, which I really don't want to do. He's killing Gideon now. don't know, he should have killed Gideon like 4 turns ago. Can you have a 1 of Reservoir on the board for the matchup? That does seem sweet, actually. Sure, there's the last card. Alright, so let's do this. And bring this back. Embalm, get 4 of them. Triggers. Alright, how much life are we going to? From 38 to how much? 70. Good, excellent. Let's do that. And then let's sack this, which will trigger this, which will make 4 guys. 102. Oh, look, another Anointer Priest. We'll figure out how to use that somehow. We don't always have mana for Eiley. Although I guess Eiley has utility outside of just, like, one-shotting them, so I guess there's that. Oh, look, they finally paid a life to draw an extra card, sure. So next turn I get to play this, and then sack 2 clues to gain a bunch more life. Alright, come on, opponent. Block. 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 Take that much? Sure. I'm assuming that's not lethal. Yeah, it's probably not lethal. I didn't do the math, but I'm assuming this isn't lethal. They can, like, put some counters on their Hangerback Walker? Sure, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no, they powered up the Hangerback Walker by 2. That's pretty good. Alright, so let's do this. Maybe I was actually just supposed to play this instead of playing the other Anointer Priest. Nah, getting 4 more of these guys out seems really good. You're gonna fatal push my thing. Yeah, sure. That means I can bring it back next turn. Oh no, we get 4 more clues now. Woo! Yahtzee! Alright, let's just do this now while you don't have cards in your hand, I guess. Triggers. 105, 137, draw a card. Oh! Oh, another Ulvenwald Mysteries, you say? Rawr! Alright, attack. Man, we are gonna win this game, huh? Down to 8! Oh, baby. Oh, they drew a land. That's unfortunate. Why haven't we just killed them with Ormondal yet? I don't know. Maybe they have some. Maybe they could draw double Grasp of Darkness. This game was hot. This game was hot. Oh no, they're putting 1/1 counters on their Walking Ballista. We can never win. Oh, there was another Anointed Procession on top. Oh, jeez. Alright, what are we doing here? This seems like poop. Dusk Dawn. Actually just the stones. Oketra seems a little medium. Angel of Sanctions seems fine. Do I want the Fatal Pushes in this matchup? I don't even know if we do, honestly. I feel like we're just supposed to have the Dusk Dawns. I feel cheated by the fact that I do too. I really feel like we should file for compensation because they took our fun away. I don't think I want the Fatal Pushes. Like, most of their idiots we can just block, so I think we just want the Dusk Dawns to, like, clean up big boards like that. And I think the Angel of Sanctions is fine as a piece of spot removal. Yeah, but, like, I guess when we're on the draw, maybe that's good enough. Like, maybe we want to be a little bit more defensive on the draw. Is Angel even better than just Dusk Dawns? Like, maybe this plan's not good enough. This is kind of clunky, and I just want to, like, survive so we can get into, like, what we were doing last game. No, I definitely don't want Cast Out. I want to bring the curve of the deck down. I don't hate doing this, having, like, 6 quality pieces of interaction. Nah, I think I'd rather have Push than Deck and Stone. Yeah, I think I'd rather have Push than Angel, too. Like, they don't have a lot of troublesome permanents, I don't think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. Give this a try. Trim some of our top end and like bring in this interaction because like they're not just beating like this game plan basically. And like Ormondal's very good against them too. So opponent has 14 minutes to win 2 games. Anguish to kill Trampler is not unreasonable. I don't hate that. Maybe we're supposed to be doing that. This hand's very good. It needs a black source, but it's very good otherwise. Or we play 25 lands in this deck, so like, let's try and hit some of them. Cryptolith Rite, also a good draw. Turn 1 right now is Fortified Village, Blisterpod. One of the other things I really like... True skill game my opponent and I play. One of the other things I really like about this deck is that it has relevant 1-drops to play. It feels like a lot of decks in Standard just like aren't doing anything on the first turn of the game. They're just like playing tapped lands. And this deck having like 8 1-drops feels really good. Do I want to just push this? I feel like it's not unreasonable to just push this and just like keep their like slow their game plan down. Like that's why we brought the pushes in, right? To like take these Winding Constrictors out on turn 2. It slows me down a turn, but I think that's worthwhile. I should have played this land too. If we draw another fast land, I'm going to be punished in how I sequence my mana here. 10 out of 10 should have played the Concealed Courtyard that I drew. So let's do this, and then let's go Catacomb Sifter, and then attack with this Dorko. Sure, need to get the Siphoner. Alright, so now that's pretty good too. I'm actually going to sack this Scion for mana, so that way... Oh, we get to scry too, so I can go Anointed Procession into Thraben Inspector here. Bottom of land, so Anointed Procession. Yeah, I do too. I mean, like, this deck was insane. This deck was, like, good against everything that wasn't Marvel before, right? So, like, with Marvel gone, this should probably just be, like, the best deck in the format. Yeah, maybe I could have attacked there. We just need a... What's it called to fully go off? Cryptolith Rites. We're going to need a way to gain life to beat that. They attack with this... Oh, they put all 4 counters on there. Well, this has Menace. That's annoying. Alright, we're going to take the hit this time, because start turn, when our things die, we'll start generating clues. Is that good? Is that good? If so, why? Anyone care to explain? Do I want to play this now? Or do I want to play Ulvenwald Mystery? I think I want to play Ulvenwald Mystery, right? So then we can double here and then tap them and sack a clue, and then this is going to generate a bunch of clues and a bunch of tokens for us. And like even if they go to kill my guys here so they can pressure us, I could just pay mana and then sack this and get some more idiots. So double here because it has Menace. Make some dorks. Draw a card. And then next... Yep. And next turn, we're going to have enough things. We're just looking for a way to gain life now at this point, basically. Dusk Dawn. Yep. Or that. 10 out of 10, I'll take that as well. Is that one good? Anyone know if Dusk Dawn is done? Sure. That one's indestructible, which is a little annoying. Sure. It can't give it self-trample. God, that's good for us. Okie doke. Boom goes the dynamite. Boom goes the dynamite. How do we think about that one? How are we thinking? Oh, are they going to grasp one of their own guys? They could grasp this, right? And then it won't die. Let's go dupe, dupe, hidden stockpile. We found Lasgar's Vengeance, yep. Play this. And then we haven't sacrificed anything yet this turn. So I'm going to go ahead and make a mana and sack this so we get to scry and do the things. Scry, bottom of land. Scry again. Bottom of Blisterpod. Pass the turn, end step, trigger, hidden stockpile. No! Come back, opponent! There are so many cards for me to draw. This deck is really unfun. My opponents keep conceding before I can draw all the cards I'm promised to draw. They didn't want to play anymore. They didn't want to play! Come back! No! No, I was having fun! No, I was having fun! You want to watch Umizumis? Umizumis. Those are Declan's favorite, right? The Umizumis? Thanks, Prototype. Yeah, and remember, if you are enjoying this deck and you didn't get here when we started, I archive 100% of my streams on my YouTube channel. It's linked in the stream information below, or just youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. Definitely check that out, and that'll get posted there after we're done today. Yes. This hand's great. Are we on the play? Yep, we are on the play. We're going to have turn 3 Gideon on the play. All right. Who doesn't love a little turn 3 Gideon in their lives? And we drew a Blisterpod. Man. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, a Blisterpod. Gideon is the new turn 4 Ulamog. Opponent's like, Cryptolith Rite, what's going on? They played so many bad cards. Yeah, we did run pretty cold in those games we lost in that other league. And like I said, like, even though we ran cold in those games we lost, I also made small mistakes. So, like, if I would have played better, we probably would have won, even having run poorly. Oh, opponent's gonna ramp. That seems pretty good for them. Seems pretty good. Pretty good opponent. They play this Gideon. Is that a pretty good opponent? Make a Knight Ally. Go. Children. Do we need more sticks? You want sticks? Playing this in public, yep. Ulvenwald Mysteries. Sure. Black, green, color, play this. But worse than Blisterpod, so we can only fit one. Yeah, like, this deck really feels like if you have Stockpile, Anointed, or Ulvenwald Mysteries, like, you're really kind of going to town and doing what you want to do. And then, like, when you get 2 or 3 of them together, your deck is just, like, functioning on a higher plane than everything else I've played against so far. And now when my crap dies, I get to investigate with this. You want cheese? Want the cheese? There's stick right there. Oh, my opponent's drawing a card. That's pretty good. No, Modern's not a format about doing big, sweet things. Modern is a brutal and fast format. Alright, if they attack here, I block with the Blisterpod, and then make mana, sack this clue. I might just sack the clue anyways, yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to be a little bit mana efficient here. I'm going to do this and this. Oh yeah, we get to scry too, because Catacomb Sifter's great. Deal. I do not want an Evolving Wilds. Crack this clue. Trigger this, make a 1/1. Alright, your brick. Let's go ahead and cycle that, see what we get. Anointer Priest is not bad. Do I want to make... I think I just want to start smashing them with this Gideon, right? Yeah, I'm going to smash them with this Gideon for a turn, so that way I can emblem it next turn, I think. This way I can emblem it without it dying. And, like, with Ulvenwald Mysteries, if any of my non-token cards die, I get to investigate. Which means if I get to draw more cards, which means we're just going to get to cycle through our deck and find another one of our payoff cards. And once we get 2 of our payoff cards together, we just bury our opponent in the ground. Chandler Innate, sure. Sure, the deck that really wants enchantments is going to die to the deck with 4 main deck ways to remove enchantments. I believe you. But, like, how good is Anhiri deck? Like, that's the other thing. So I want the Dusk Dawns. Probably don't want Oketra. Gideon was okay that game, but I actually don't think it's going to be that good, especially on the draw. And Dread Wanderers, just another free cut. I don't think I want Fatal Push in this matchup. Am I just doing this? This doesn't seem completely unreasonable. I could see some of the pushes being okay or the Anguished Unmakings being okay, but honestly, this just seems fine. Yeah, it gives you a bit like this, like Dusk Dawn as interaction. Cast Out's like a fine hedge to bring in. Is it better than anything we're doing, though? Maybe trim in Ulvenwald Mysteries? I don't hate that. Just like as an extra piece of spot removal that cycles. My child has destroyed a cheese cup and I need to go wipe his hands. I'll be right back. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't go anywhere. We're going to finish this league out. Seems a little slow, but seems really good. That makes it better, right? How do I want to sequence the lands in this hand? I think it's just Blisterpod on one, right? Actually, playing Evolving Wilds on one probably isn't the worst. Yeah, I'm going to lead Evolving Wilds on one, and then I can go, like, Priest this. I suppose I could also... So I'm doing Evolving Wilds on one. I could go on two, go Stockpile on two, into Blisterpod, sack Blisterpod, play tap land on three, start getting the Stockpile going. Do I want a swamp here? Oh, there's not that much black in this deck, right? And I already have one. Well, I have two. I probably want forest, actually. Oh, huh. Well, getting forest means I can't stockpile because I'm an idiot. Well, remember that time we had a plan and then messed it all up? I guess we do this. I guess this is fine, right? We do this and then play this Scattered Grove on two. And then next turn go stockpile, sack this. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. That's fine. The sequencing is fine. And this puts Blisterpod in play. Technically, this is probably better, right? Like, it adds to the board first, and then gives us a guaranteed activation with this. Does give them a chance to destroy it in case they have ways to destroy enchantments post-board. So this sequencing is probably better. This was probably still the wrong land to get, but the sequencing here is more optimal, I think. And I think I just want to get the stockpile going ASAP. Do they not have anything to do? Holy God, they're dead if they don't have anything to do. Holy crap. Alright, well, we'll do that. They might have a negate, right? Huh. If they have negate here, am I better off just going Priest Blisterpod? They could also have Censor, so I think I'd like to play around both of those to the best of my ability. I think in an effort to waste their mana for the turn, I'm going to play around negate. And next turn, I think I'm going to run into negate if they leave their mana up again. But I feel like they could just like be missing and not have anything to do. But I feel like the chance of them not having a 2 or 3 mana spell to do in 6 cards is pretty unlikely. So this feels like a negate turn to me. Harness Lightning, sure. So they still got to use their mana this turn, but wasn't to counter this. And they haven't added to their board yet, which is good for us. And that dying is often a good thing down the line, especially with like Anointed Processions going around. Ulvenwald Mysteries. So do I want to play around Negate again is the question. I feel like I do. I feel like they're not really doing anything. I'm going to run this into a potential censor, because they're probably going to get to censor us at some point. Usually this archetype that my opponent's playing doesn't play censor. So, pass the turn here. They're going to have 4 mana next turn for the first time, which is going to give them an opportunity to play something. And they don't leave Negate up, I get to go this. Sure. Maybe I'm not supposed to... Ooh, they let that resolve. Okay, so what am I doing now? What's the sequencing here? I think it's Hidden Stockpile first, Ulvenwald Mysteries second? Yeah, because I want to draw cards. This will generate tokens, but I want to draw cards. Woo! Remember that time when we spent a bunch of turns playing around Negate? And then our opponent had Negate? So... do I want to stick the Mystery or the Anointed Procession? I almost feel like the Mystery is more important at this current point in time. Nope, don't want to do that. No! No! Crap! God damn it, Magic Online. That's really unfortunate. I can't undo that because there's a Catacomb Sifter in play. That was a misclick. Really unfortunate misclick. I guess we got to scry that away. But it's really unfortunate. I wanted to tap that for mana, not sacrifice it. Things that don't happen in paper. Because it defaults the first mana option to sacrificing it. Really unfortunate. We're going to be behind a bunch of mana now. And, like, normally you can undo that, but because sacrificing could put a trigger on this deck, I wasn't able to control Z it. No, I mean, if you're a careful player, you could, like, do the triggers just fine. I guess if you're a careful player, you can avoid clicking mistakes like that, too, but whatever. See if we can win in Spite of Ourselves. They don't have another piece of counter magic here. This Anointed Procession with the Ulvenwald Mysteries will probably bury them. Sweet. It's looking like they don't have a counter. Sweet. Whoa, this is really good for us. Do I want another Ulvenwald Mysteries? I probably don't, right? I kind of want to land, actually, so I can do this and then bring this back. So we bottomed a swamp earlier, but I think another Anointed Procession is also great. So let's do this. Can we die next turn? What are the odds we die next turn? Pretty low. So I can go mana, 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 sack this, play another one. Yeah. Could you imagine if we had a... what's it called? If we had another troop here still? Like, how good of a spot we'd be in? Yeah, 2 of these is 4x tokens. Unfortunately, we're going to have to take a hit this turn. But, like, I think that's fine. Even if they have Glorybringer next turn, we're going to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe this is too much. The fact that we've got an Anointer Priest to bring back next turn probably means this is fine. We can, like, bring back Anointer Priest and sack this clue to get 4 from that. So we'll gain, like, 40 life next turn. Top. We're not even going to play that Anointed Procession next turn because we need to take 5 and make tokens. But, yeah. Sure, another Hydra's fine. That's perfectly fine for us. Yeah, I think so. I think the fact that we can gain life from this makes us a fine line. Hit us for 10, down to 10. Yep, deal. So we do this, which puts 4 of these into play, which gain us a buck ton of life. Always yield. Man, remember that time they attacked us for 10 and it seemed kind of like a lot? Pepperidge Farm remembers. And then this gains us... Let's make sure I do the math right. So this is going to be 4 tokens, and we gain 4 life per token, so we're going to gain 16 from this. Actually, I want to wait on this, right, so I can chump block with these. Yeah, I'm going to wait a turn. They could kill an Anointer Priest in response here, but I think we're going to get enough life that that's fine. They'd have to, like, kill, like, 3 Anointer Priests in response to even have a chance, and even then, we're probably still going to generate enough tokens with this that it doesn't matter. Well, we don't have to wait because, like, when one of these dies, we're gonna get 4 clues, which each. So one of these turns into 4 clues, and then each clue turns into 4 tokens, and each token turns into 16 life. So one of these dying turns 1 to 4 to 4 to 16. That's so much life. I'm gonna have to, yeah. These 2 aren't summoning sick. These 2 can make mana. These dorks can make mana. Oh, Burgle's saying, why not play out this procession? These guys are summoning sick, yeah. Oh no, not a counter. Or are they going to sweep the board? If they sweep the board here, that would be bad for us. They could have Sweltering Suns. I guess that's kind of bad for us. If they swelter here, we could realistically lose this game. Yeah, the clues turn into cards too, right? Which is funny. Yeah, this is 10 out of 10 Sweltering Suns. So we're going to do this and float mana. So then this is going to happen, and we're going to get a bunch of scries. Bottom. Bottom. Yeah, we're going to get 4 Scions too. Bottom. And then crack this clue. Correct. Bottom. Top? Top. Make a couple clues. Make a couple clues. Remember that time they swept the board and then we had 8 guys out? Remember that time we swept the board? Because I wanted the soldiers to be left. I think having 4 soldiers is better than gaining life. So we're going to turn these 4 Scions into 8 soldiers and 2 cards. Oh god, what do we even do? We have so many choices. I think we lead on the Anointed Procession as bait, right? We lead on this as bait for the negate. Because they have to negate this, right? Alright, well that happened. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go for this. See what happens. I feel like they have the negate. And they didn't bite the bait. I guess they don't have the negate. And they're dead! Holy crap. This deck's kind of unreal, huh? This deck's kind of unreal. Do you see what happens when we peel back the layers that were underneath this Aetherworks Marvel and like look and see what's going on? I would just like to take a moment to say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your day here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I am a TCG player and content producer, and thank you for stopping by my stream here. If you're enjoying what you see, I'd encourage you to show a little support by using that follow button there on your screen. It doesn't cost you anything and helps other people find my work. If you're really enjoying what you see, and you want to help me produce more content like this, there's a couple different ways you can do that. The first is by subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. You can also support my content by using that donate button down below the stream. I'm currently working towards donations to getting to the SCG Invitational, where I'd love to play this deck in Standard and something sweet and modern, so if you'd like to help out, please consider doing that. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com will love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you, and if you use code HOAGLANDPayPal at checkout, you can save 8% on all of your single orders. InkGaming.com will love to help you customize your gaming experience. You can use code Jeff12 at checkout there to save 12% on your purchases toward custom mouse pads and playmats and all sorts of jazz. MTGCardMarket.com buys and sells physical Magic cards. They also have a great selection of written content. I write for them every week. In fact, my new article just went up today on Friday. And they also have a bunch of other good writers like Kevin Jones and Dylan Donegan and folks like that. So definitely check them out for buying cards and your content stuff. And finally, SpareDeck.com would love to rent you a standard or modern deck. You can use code Hoagland7 at checkout there to rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month. It's good, but it's miserable to play against maybe. I mean, like... Why do you have to sub to see past broadcasts? You have to sub to see past broadcasts because all of my streams get archived to my YouTube channel, which is linked in the stream information down below. And on that YouTube channel, I take my past streams and I break them up by deck and by format and by game, so you can watch just the content that you care about without having to manually click through and, like, you want to just see Abzan tokens, you can find Abzan tokens very easily by searching on my YouTube channel. You want to find just modern and a specific modern deck, you can find that very easily by searching on my YouTube channel. So after my stream finishes, I break it all up and then I upload it to the YouTube page where you can watch it there. Burgle with the $20 donation. I'm donating. Oh, I missed part of the message. I don't know why my things aren't coming up. They're supposed to be sweet audio of my kids laughing. Oh, I don't have. Wait. The Oketra's been really medium. This hand's very good. Where are your streamlands? Thank you for the donation, Burgle. I'm donating the entire cost of it in paper. Yeah, this deck's actually really cheap to build in paper, right? Outside of like the one Gideon, which you could definitely get by without, this deck's super cheap. Yeah, it's lands and Gideon that cost money. Wow, that's really good. There's probably a really sweet white aggressive deck in this format. Huh. I'm almost certainly just supposed to Cryptolith Rite here, right? I think so. Yeah. See, this hand might be a little bit slow on the draw in this matchup. Do I wanna block this turn? No, I think I want the mana, so I'm just gonna go ahead and attack. So we're taking 6 here. So this turn, what am I doing? I'm doing this. I'm probably just supposed to Catacomb Sifter, right? This gives me some chump blockers. Yeah. Man, if we can just stunt their attack until we get these processions in the stockpile going, we're going to be in a huge spot. That's really bad for us. Yep. Yeah, I can cash in a clue. Let's see if they exert the Glory Bond innate or not. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They can make it 12. I think I'm supposed to no blocks here and go to 2. What are the odds there's traditional reach in their deck? So if they put me to 2 here, right? Because this is 6, 11. Next turn, I could play this land, which is 4 mana. And then this is 5, 6. I don't think it's worth double blocking the 3-2. So next turn, I could play this land, which is 4. And then this is 5, 6. So I could play the Anointed, play the Stockpile, and then have 3 blockers up. Might have Shock. I guess that's not unreasonable. I'm probably supposed to, yeah, I'm probably supposed to just soak the 5 here. God, that seems so loose, though. Soaking the 5 feels like a playing to not lose as opposed to playing to win. So, like, if I get Anointed Procession Stockpile going next turn, I feel like I'm in a really good spot to actually win the game from there. They have to have double removal. And if they have double removal, I'm probably losing the game regardless of what line I take here. I think we're supposed to go to 2 or 3. The upside to blocking is that I get to draw a card with this clue. So, like, there's like, if I couldn't draw a card with this, I would just, like, snap go to 2, but, like, the thing to consider here is, like, we could block and then sack this, make a mana, and then draw a card. But, like, I think our next line, like, I don't think anything's better than doing these 2 things. I think I'm just supposed to take the hit. I think we're supposed to take the hit, which we could get punished for, but, like, I think this is the play to win line. And actually, Dusk Dawn's going to be okay in this matchup, too, right? Like, they've got 3 powered orcs. Blisterpod's a real good draw. So, yeah, so I get to do this. I get to, oh, geez, I get to, wow, that's good for us. So now we do this, and then I sack this, and then do this, and play Anointed Procession. And then I do this. They're just going to shock us or whatever, or, like, do the other thing, but, like, that's fine. Am I supposed to play the Blisterpod? Probably. No, I'm just gonna... God, I'm just gonna get you out of here. The Scion was summoning sick. So... It's probably right to just play the Blisterpod too, right? Yeah, there probably isn't. Alright, dead to removal. Tapped out, do your thing. They don't have removal here, we're in such a good spot. We get to, like, play this next turn. Sure.
Come on. I hate fucking slow Magic players. It's so annoying. Like, okay, you found the line, I'm dead, and like you can't even just a click attack with all. I don't have any mana up, but... Alright, Fatal Pushes are in. Dusk Dawn seems fine. Angel's slow, this is slow, this is slow, this is slow, this is slow. I don't know if I can afford to cut. I probably don't want all of these. Maybe I could trim one of this card. This is such good inevitability. The Ulvenwald Mysteries is probably worse than this. I definitely don't want to trim this because it's good at making mana for us. I think this is what we want to do. It's a bit... I don't think we want Declaration in Stone. I think that's too much removal. Like, I'm already kind of, like, fighting for, like, what exactly I want to keep in and what not. Dusk seems... I think Dusk is fine. Like, did you see what killed us that game? They had 3 3-power creatures in play. And, like, what if they have Always Watching in their deck? If they have Always Watching in their deck, like, most of their things are going to die to this, right? And, like, having Always Watching in the Glory Bound in an innate deck seems like a no-brainer, right? Okay, so, again, lots of these cards seem like they could be reasonable. What is worse than Deck in Stone? Like, honestly, I don't really like cutting 2 Ulvenwald Mysteries, so, like, I'm already, like, struggling for cards to fit in here. Honestly, like, I think the 3rd Dusk is better than the 1st Deck in Stone. But I don't really think I want to cut anything. Yep, I agree on that, too. Yeah, this seems super reasonable. Get to go pod into pod tapped land. Get to double block here. Zero. This is card for card the decklist Sam Black said he would play. Yeah, we've been streaming Magic on the regular for over a month now. 2 to 4 days a week. I don't want to make promises that we're not keeping, but the goal is a minimum 2 days a week for at least 3 hours in each of those sessions. And we've been doing much more than that. If you check the YouTube channel, you can find the archives of all the different things we've been doing. Glory Bound, sure. Thraben Inspector is pretty good because Anointed Procession makes it make 2 clues. Play this. Play this. Do this. Grab another planes here, sure. The Thraben Inspector Anointed Procession interaction is so fantastic. Sure. And again, like, Dusk Dawn would be an insane draw here, right? Yep, insane draw. I'm gonna sack this. Go ahead and scry. Bottom. Okay. Here's hoping they play Always Watching this turn. God, I can't even imagine how good this deck would be if Smuggler's Copter was legal. Holy crap. The Priest only gives you life when creature tokens enter play under your control. So, I wanted to draw a card just in case we drew a card that was better than Anointed Priest. I should have sacked the one player I already had before even playing the first Thraben Inspector. We hold back and forth as we try to exert our card. Oh, Magic Online. Oh, Modo. Oh, Modo. Do, 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 do. This puts... That's a lot of stuff. 2 1/1s into play. Oh, geez. That's really good. Alright, blockers. So I could put these two in front of here. And then I could put this in front of... Oh, actually, I want to kill their things that Dusk Dawn isn't going to kill, right? So I want to put, like, this and this in front of here. And I want to put this and this in front of here. And then I probably just want to put this in front of something big. And then I'm taking 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's probably a little bit too much damage to take. So I'm probably okay leaving the Thraben Inspector alive. And then putting this in front of something else here. I guess this can trade with one of these, which seems fine for us. This way I'm taking 8, 14. And then I'm going to make 4 tokens and gain some life from those. So yeah, I think this is fine. I don't think so. I think my mana next... Declan Scott. I think my mana next turn is going to be tied up by playing the Dusk Dawn. So I'd much rather... let the priest live. Hidden Stockpile. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? Alright, and now... Sure. And now I can go sack this into this Dusk Dawn, into the Dusk. Kill a bunch of your stuff. Then I can play this Hidden Stockpile, and Revolt is triggered because I sacked a Scion. So end step, this will make 2 things and we'll gain 4 more life. Back up to 18, go. Opponent concedes. All right, sure. Yep, doing it, fam. Definitely. I think I want the third Dusk Dawn. Maybe over Ulvenwald Mysteries. I feel like I want some copies of this card. Cryptolith Rite can't be right to cut in a matchup that's this fast. I think it's supposed to be over this. I don't know, this card just lets us, like, really go off. This is 2 bodies, so it seems too good to cut. Can I cut a land on the draw? I'm gonna cut a land on the draw. I'm gonna cut a Sacred Groves. Man, I almost cut a Westvale Abbey too. Could you imagine if this was the green-white duel? We just, like, snap keep this. Is this hand good enough to keep? We're on the draw. This hand's, like, really good with a couple of lands, right? One at mulliganed. I'm sure we're just gonna, like, draw mono spells and die, and someone's gonna comment, like, haha, I shouldn't have boarded out the land, idiot. But I think boarding out a land in a deck that's this resource heavy is fine, especially when we're on the draw. It's definitely arguable that the land we cut should have been the Westvale Abbey to avoid hands like this where 2 lands in our colors are awkward. So, like, if this was the green-white duel, we'd be kind of well off. Ah, perfect. All right. Do that, pass the turn. It is kind of slow, I agree. Get a good number of shots at a green source, though. That's pretty good. This might be too quick for us to race, especially without hitting the land drop. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Get our green source, pass the turn. Depends on how good the rest of their hand is here. Hopefully they just crack a clue this turn. Nope. Oh, jeez, that's so good for us. That's so good for us. Alright, well, that's also excellent. Go. Chandra, sure. I'm gonna kill the Anointer Priest, I assume. 2 red mana, and then kill the Anointer Priest. Oh, they voided it. That's really good. Dusk Dawn. think I'm going to play this. And then pass the turn here. And I might jump this and, like, push this turn, I think. This could become a problem. Yep. What on earth? Seriously? Man, I can't believe they boarded that big. Right on time, Concealed Courtyard. Looks like we're just gonna be dead here. It's unfortunate. This was a beating. I was expecting that even if we... Oh yeah, and then they just get to... Tough end of the league. They just get to exert and then kill us. Yeah, it's probably arguable that hand's not supposed to be a keep. It's a little bit too clunky on the draw. I'm not sure if we would have had tools to beat Chandra into Glorybringer in our deck for that post-board game. I kind of misidentified where our opponent was going to be. I guess they kind of have to go big to try and go over the top of what we're doing. Or like based on like their mid-game plan is like not fantastic against us. I mean, like, they had Chandra in their main deck, too, so, like, it's not completely unreasonable, right? Alright, at any rate, the kids are fussing. It's about 6 o'clock. I'm going to go get them some dinner. I think I'm going to come back on later this evening and stream some Modern. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I do appreciate you stopping by and either watch this instead of the Grand Prix or splitting your time with it. I'm going to get the archives uploading to YouTube. We've been playing this deck for almost 4 hours, so if you missed it, you're going to catch that later on the YouTube channel. Thanks for hanging out, and thank you for the new subs and the couple of donations. Burgle, I do appreciate it, and Tron Dragon. Peace, folks, and I'll probably be back on late tonight after the kids go to sleep with some Modern.